Hello, collective. Welcome back. This is that tarot. We're gonna jump right into our confessions of soulmates for my fire signs. So we're gonna pull a few cards, three at the most, and see what your soulmate confessions are. All right. You got doubt at the bottom of the deck. What soulmate confessions do you have for my fire signs? And three cards. What soulmate confessions do you have for my fire signs? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Holy Ghost, what soulmate confessions do you have for my fire signs? What soulmate confessions do you have for my fire signs? What is it they need to know? What is it do they need to know? Soulmate confessions for my fire signs? Soulmate confessions for my fire signs. Fire signs. Soulmate confessions for my fire signs. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. You got strive. Soulmate confessions for my fire signs. And two more for my fire signs. Soulmate confessions. You got hopeful. Soulmate confessions for my fire signs. And one more for my fire sign and soulmate confessions. Soulmate confessions for my fire sign. And one more. Soulmate confessions for my fire sign. Soulmate confessions for my fire sign. You got I love you and wanted at the bottom of the deck. All right, you got strive. I have grown since our last encounter. I have been working on myself to become a better person, someone you can feel proud of. Okay. So somebody's going through a transformation, they're going through a death. They letting a lot of things with the devil in reverse, someone's releasing, whatever negative attachments, dark behavior, mindsets, especially environment. So whatever it is that this person, was maybe afraid of sacrificing at the time, temperance in reverse. Um, like if something they may have, been long overdue for doing. All right. But it's giving like somebody possibly, realizing how unhelpful something being is, like being a certain way is. Okay. But this is them striving. Okay. I have grown since our last encounter. So for some of you, it's the fact that this person, is looking back and reflecting on like what they know you remember about them, from the past, even if you're still with this person or if you're not, take it how it resonates. All right. But they striving to be a better person than you remember them being. Them remembering themselves being like, and hopeful. I hope you can put the past and the difficult times behind us and begin again. I know I can. I know I am asking a lot of you, but I hope you can forgive and the errors of my ways. I acted so immature, very immature. All right. I'm hearing don't charge it to my heart. Okay. So whatever it was, it's like don't make it out to be, them being a certain way, doing a certain thing, or causing certain interactions with each other, like whatever those disagreements were, whatever those arguments were about, whatever those imbalances were when it came to somebody's actions, when it came to the way they felt like you needed to handle things when it came to them. It's given like somebody saying, don't make it out or think of it as me being this way because I don't love you or I don't care. And then you got I love you. We are bonded in eternal love that exists beyond space and time. Close your eyes and reach into this infinity. Know that it is real. I long to reach out to you and tell you how I feel. The love I carry for you is in my heart, cannot be compared to anything else. Always remember, my love, I love you. So, whatever it is this person is getting around to saying or haven't said or is trying to say, that's it. That's all. No matter what it is that they may have went through in the past or what they connections with other people have been like with you, it's eternal. It's something that is in them. It's a love that they understand beyond measure. Like when it comes to other people, you know what I'm saying. This is beyond like, oh, I got a baby with this person. It's beyond that. Okay, it's given like whatever tests and challenges you are faced with, or this person has been faced with together and apart. They always gonna come back to you in that way. Like they always gonna come back to you out of love because there's a place this person has for you in their heart. It just is. It's no matter what they've been like or go towards or have been like. This is how they feel. But you got wanting at the bottom of the deck. I can't help but want you. Your energy excites and allures me. I crave your touch and I'm longing for you. Your body ignites my desire. I just want you right now. Please come home, baby. Okay? That insecure right behind that and faith. And you are mine. So for some of you fire signs, there's somebody that is striving to be a better person. A better person for themselves and the one that they know you remember, but they're trying to, and hopeful that you'll forget about, let whatever fall away about them that you remember and replace it with the person that they're trying to become. everybody know about Stride. Oh, being asked to clarify, hopefully. When we get past the error of this person's ways. Clarify, hopeful. When they get past the error of this person's ways, that's just for my fire signs and soulmates. And they get past this person's the error of their ways. With hopeful out here. Yeah. You got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse with the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. All right. Whatever it was, somebody was holding out, holding back, didn't put a whole lot of work, or effort, into something. Like somebody, could have been procrastinating, could have been doing the bare minimum, when it came to putting in the work, showing effort, showing, um, that they really wanted something, especially with you. But it's like not being fully committed to something and leaving a lot of things unfinished, undone, because this is like very low effort. Okay. It's like somebody feeling, leaving that feeling in, another person's gut, like to want a happy home, to have a um stable foundation, you know what I'm saying, and happiness as well. It's like somebody was not looking at the seeds they needed to plant to get there. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. But hopeful, clarify the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. What's that about? Give me something on that Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. You got the Nine of Swords in reverse. So somebody releasing some worry. You got the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Somebody want a passionate new beginning. You know what I'm saying? From being this Emperor in reverse because of them seeing, or you possibly seeing, what it was about somebody. Like somebody may have, been low vibrational at the time, a player, or just, stuck in their ways of thinking, being nonchalant or being reckless, or being the opposite of, what you needed them to be. It's like somebody realizing now, what it is that you see or saw in them. Because I feel like somebody felt like at one time they didn't know. It's like how somebody's saying, like, what do you see in me? So this is, this Nine of Swords in reverse is giving like some type of like if somebody got a mental health issue that gets in the way of them, having like clear communication, or um they could be bipolar, don't have to be, but it's something, and it may be something that's undiagnosed. You know what I'm saying? That may be getting in the way of causing or has caused them to mess up a lot of, meaningful connections with people, jobs, even because of how, they deal with, things that don't, like, if something is said, it's like somebody doesn't know how to address it, and they don't really know how to healthily talk about something in a healthy kind of way. But if somebody releasing worry though, as well as, when it comes to letting something go, when it comes to communication. Because before, somebody may have been in their head a lot, or felt like they left somebody in their head a lot, may left somebody on red a lot too. But I feel like this is you, like releasing, whatever worry it is, when it comes to finding help or guilt. You know what I'm saying? And it may not be you, it may be your person that's saying, they what they error their ways were. Because this is a lot of guilt of how somebody, allowed something, to affect you. You know what I'm saying? Or how they saw how something affected you. Especially when it comes to, you them having you, in your head could have caused you a lot of heartache, especially, like migraines, like headaches. I'm getting like constantly, overthinking, or having you make, making assumptions like in your head a lot when it came to this person, like mixed signals. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, communication turbulence. Why the nine of swords in reverse? Somebody be born in 79 or 97 years significance. Why the nine of swords in reverse? What's going on with the nine of swords in reverse? Yeah. You got the fool in reverse with the page of swords at the bottom of the deck now. So somebody, was very reckless, very reckless. But I feel like it got a lot to do with somebody's ability to look at something, beyond like thinking somebody gonna always be around. You know what I'm saying? Or thinking that, that somebody would always want to be, involved. You know what I'm saying? Or always come back. And somebody was naive to think that they were not, yeah, very naive. But this is, somebody, like I said, careless, reckless, but how they handled you, or how this, yeah, yeah. Because at the bottom of the deck, you got the page of swords with the nine of cups to the five of pentacles. Nine of pentacles in reverse. Not somebody curious, you know what I'm saying, and question whether you even want something, the same way you used to, or the way, for the same reasons you used to, even. Like if you moved on, if you with somebody else, but it's, giving somebody, real chatty, communicating, but it's, inspired communication. Like somebody's, probably talking to somebody about what they can say, what can be done, or like talking things out, but it's messages. It's something, that somebody wants to communicate to you, or they want to say something, but it's mainly them, wanting to talk. And, it could be about them, possibly having a lot of other distractions, a lot of other things that they were given to, or that was, keeping them entertained, you know what I'm saying, keeping them distracted from actually, what they needed to be doing. And it caused you to be out in the cold. It may have caused you to lose, jobs, or it may have been, issues with housing, finances, and this person just having that low morale. Like, because with this seven of pentacles in reverse is giving like somebody like really low effort, like doing not even a bare minimum, like less than that. Why the Fool in reverse with the Nine of Swords in reverse? That's why the Fool in reverse with the Nine of Swords in reverse. Like, what's the outcome of that Nine of Swords in reverse with the Fool in reverse? What's the outcome of this Fool in reverse with the Nine of Swords in reverse? What's the overall outcome of the Fool in reverse with the Nine of Swords in reverse? Messages from my fire signs. You got strength. And you got the Page of Wands. Somebody's building up the courage, to, move forward, but with confidence. I feel like somebody's, looking at their willpower, their strength, their courage, to trust, like moving forward, when it comes to them thinking for themselves, you know what I'm saying? And exploring and finding, things to, about themselves, finding out new things about themselves. They could be, wanting to get out, and explore, but it's got a lot to do with like somebody letting go of whatever the fear was that kept this person from really seeing what it is that makes them happy, like going towards that, finding out what that is, like going toward their real happiness, like what really makes you happy, who. So, and I feel like that's what this is. It's like somebody's, the energy of excitement, you know what I'm saying, to go towards something that really, empowers them, where their true happiness lies. But yeah, you got the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck with the Knight of Cups, the Temperance, and the Justice. Yep, somebody coming in now. I mean, they coming through. It may take some time, but this person coming in, with courage, with ambition, with strength. You know what I'm saying? To do whatever it is that needs to be done. But I feel like somebody didn't have a confidence before. But this is like inner power. You know what I'm saying? Believing in whatever it is that they put into it, will come from that. And I feel like the overall outcome, for that hopefulness is strength. It's what lies within. But at the same time, this is, exploring your inner child, those things that truly make you happy. Truly make you happy. Okay. And knowing what that is and exploring and finding it out. You know what I'm saying? But, fresh ideas, like come up with things that doesn't require, some type of negativity or some type of, past, issues to creep in. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna end that here, and we're gonna move on to our water sign. What soulmate confessions do you have for my water signs? What soulmate confessions do you have for my water signs? And the card, the soulmate confessions that my water signs need to know, need to hear this time. Soulmate confessions for my water sign. What soulmate confessions do we have for my water sign? Soulmate confessions for my water signs. Water sign soulmate confessions. You got I love you. Water sign confessions for my soul. Soulmate confessions for my water signs. Need two more. Water sign. Confessions of a soulmate. You got I love you. Transparency. Water sign confessions of a soulmate. Give me one more. For my water signs, confessions of a soulmate. My water signs. Confessions of a soulmate. My water signs. Give me one more. You got forgive and regret. At the bottom of the deck. Excuse me. Yeah. Right behind regret, you got hopeful and signs. It started off with I love you. I want you to know they love you, regardless of what y'all been through and what has come, what's happened. There's a love, something very eternal, could be a spiritual um understanding between you and this person. There's like a magnetic attraction, but they also see, or you know this person sees whatever it is that's unhealed, healed, whatever it is you're not telling them or you're not talking about, they see it. They could be a seer, you could be a seer, but they know what it is. You didn't have to tell them. Okay, they already knew. But you got forgive. You could want some forgiveness. They could want some forgiveness, water signs, but this could be the universe wanting one of you to, or both of you to do this too. That's what I'm doing as well. Forgive. I hope you will forgive me for all the things I have done and all the pain that I caused you. Believe me, my love, it was never my intention. I know I have hurt you badly with my words and actions, and I'm truly deeply sorry, my love. And you got regret at the bottom of the deck. I am so ashamed and embarrassed that I can't bear to look at you in the eyes and tell you everything. I can't stand the thought of making you cry. Just let me build up the courage to face us. That's at the bottom of the deck. All right. But again, this is somebody, water signs, or this is, you being hopeful, that, the past issues and actions and things like that can be replaced and transmuted to something positive, when it comes to whatever love you and this person have and this transparency. Clarify, forgive. hurt and pain that was caused. Clarify, forgive. What is this forgive regarding? What's this forgive regarding? What is this forgive regarding? What is this forgive regarding? Messages from water signs. Clarify, forgive. At the Ten of Pentacles. With the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. That's why Ten of Pentacles in reverse. It's the Ten of Pentacles in reverse about. Seven of Pentacles again. Again, somebody, or this is my water sign saying that they, want to explore, the new ideas that they have. They've been thinking about, contemplating about, when it comes to their happiness. But it's like minimal effort, was put into something, or somebody not planting the seeds and, putting all the um, effort, into having something stable, having something, that they can build on, or having something that they can, say that they can offer. Because I feel like somebody feels as though they messed up something because of some way of being, or the fact that they had a lot of self-doubt. We got the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. But give me something on this Ten of Pentacles in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. What's the Ten of Pentacles in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? I don't know if somebody let family issues, get in the way of, like, or they allowed some family issues to, especially if this was over money or like what somebody didn't have. Because it's giving. I'm also getting like somebody may, you know, have somebody like watching somebody else's finances, or saying something about somebody not having as much, or but it's giving like somebody not putting in a whole lot of themselves into some a lot of energy and effort, to grow, to build, to get past something, especially if it has something to do, with their energy, with their time, their money. What's that? Ten of Pentacles in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. That's it. It's my water signs. What's that Ten of Pentacles in reverse about with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? The Hangman in reverse with the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck now. What are your energy out here now? Um, like somebody was not willing to sacrifice to get somewhere or change some things around, or accept some type of change, or change in tradition, change in trajectory, like change in location, change in something. Like somebody was trying to avoid having to do that, like not willing to make a sacrifice. It's like having kids. You're gonna have to sacrifice some things to be there for them. You're gonna have to let some things go. You're not gonna be able to keep some type of, um way of being up, going, because of the things that you're gonna have to be more attentive of. You're gonna have to be more present in, more being in the present, for somebody else, like um being responsible for, because this person is saying like the times they may have made you cry, like this is something that somebody is realizing they didn't do it on purpose, but the fact that they know they are reason for it, or you were reason for it. It's not about you not knowing why they crying, or why somebody feels the way they did behind something. It's the fact of knowing that you do, and them knowing that knowing that they know too. That's why that regret, is here. And it comes to somebody crying, because I feel like somebody, wasn't intention, was not intending, doing something with the intention of doing that. But because what they did and the way they were, or the way you were, caused it, it's a hard thing to accept, is that you were the causing of it. May not be, of every tear that somebody cried about something, but you did have something to do with this person when it comes to you and them, or them, however you want to put it. All right. But it's giving, somebody in, feeling like, there's some disinterest, or it made another person feel like they were disinterested in them. Or somebody came off like, yeah, like you may have came off like you were disinterested in this person. Or they, mm, yeah. Mm. Why that hangman in the reverse? Why that hangman in the reverse? Out here. Why is it out here? Nine of Swords in reverse. The Seven of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Like somebody wanna like come in and say something, tell the truth, or be some truth is gonna be revealed, talked about, but it's also, somebody conscience, is eating away at them, like it's something that, is making somebody want to say something. Um, yeah, but it's regret though, too. Especially if somebody regret not saying something, being truthful or honest about something. You could be revealing the truth or confessing to somebody something, but I feel like it's getting out of your head space, of whatever things was like, or whatever communication was like, then it's recovering from that, like learning to cope with the way something is. If somebody was like, if you or this person was like, yeah, somebody recovering like from how something was in the past with communication and stuff like that. Like they could still be healing from that. Because I feel like somebody in the past, like they left somebody on read, unanswered messages, or messages that was just um went ignored, okay, or got answered way later or something like that. But it's like somebody releasing that worry, now somebody releasing it, like somebody's not holding on to how communication was in the past, like somebody is letting go of that, that way of being, especially if they were, you were blocked at one time or something like that. It's like healing whatever something is, that was not being looked at as a hindrance in the past. Like if the communication was an issue, it's like somebody doing better with that. Could be you, could be your person, but somebody being better with communicating and not, um, yeah, because it's giving somebody being in a lot of guilt for how they communication, how communication was with you or between you and another person, whether this is you, water signs, or your person. Is given like somebody looking at how things was when it came to somebody like being in their head, and like if somebody was constantly like trying to get through to another person, or having like a lot of sleepless nights over like how something was going, or mm-hmm. Because I feel like whatever it is, water signs, it's got a lot to do possibly with an air sign, and it could be telling you, or this is you telling somebody the truth behind why something was or what was going on, or somebody giving you a truth, you know of how they saw things, or why they handle something the way they did, or because with this transparency out here, like somebody knows why another person was doing the things they were doing. So if it was playing games, if it was, mind games and shit like that, it's like giving somebody, like this is why shit messed up. You know what I'm saying? Or not willing to accept how something was looking, and how that was going affect like how something would be or be handled. Because I feel like somebody was 8 of cups, like had no other choice but to walk away. Because 9 of swords at one time was in the upright, but it's in reverse now, or it was in reverse then. Um, for one person and upright for somebody else. Because where somebody else was in their head, missing calls or unanswered texts or something like that, somebody else was on the other end, like being the person doing it. You know what I'm saying? And possibly like not looking at how it's affecting another person, how it's making another person feel. But the hangman in reverse is giving somebody, not wanting to release a certain way of thinking and being and shit. But the 9 of swords is like somebody saying, "Look, I'm not going to worry about, um, what's not being said or what somebody not willing to do or something like that, or what communication, may or may not be like, moving forward. I'm just going to accept, the way something is. You know what I'm saying? Especially if somebody knows the reason why it's like that. Like if you know you the reason why something is the way it is, or the way somebody communicates and move the way they do. Now it's like, well, shit, I kind of, got to accept, I had something to do with it, you know, me being a certain way or me handling something a certain way or not, really showing any interest at one time or um, not putting any action, you know what I'm saying, or allowing things, that didn't really matter to affect, why I didn't do more or something like that. What's the overall actions moving forward for my water signs in this situation? What's the overall outcome moving forward to be expected? What's the overall outcome moving forward? Yeah, you got the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody's, looking to, release whatever it is. You got the 3 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck now. So somebody's looking at, letting go of some old ways, you know what I'm saying, and releasing a certain way of being so that they can give more and be more open because they want some type of collaboration to work with you after being immature or this is you. All right. But I'm going to end it here, water signs, fire signs. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe on the way out. Until then, I love you all.